Hey everybody, Patrick here. Today is Wednesday, July 27th. I thought I'd come in midweek for a hump day tarot reading. I've got the Robin Hood tarot deck here, and I just thought maybe we'll pull a few cards. One of the questions we'll ask is, what should I do with my life? What am I good at doing? How can I make a difference? And what's a good first step? So, for the purposes of this, we'll pull the upright cards. I'll share them with you as I put them down, so you can see them. Let me know what you think about this view too. Typically, I turn the camera the other way, so you have a better view. Although it's still never ideal because you're either looking down or you're looking a little bit up and slightly down. All right. So the question is, what should I do with my life? Isn't that what we're all asking? So we got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. All right, next question. What am I good at? What am I good at doing? Oh, three of swords. Three of swords. All right, how can I make a difference? Eight of Pentacles. All right, that three of swords is gonna be a tough one to explain. And then lastly, what is a good first step? Okay, this is cool. The Ace of Swords. All right, so let's delve into this a little bit. All right, so what should I do with my life? We have the Queen of Pentacles, and here's the Queen. She's sitting out in a very luscious kind of a garden, kind of like on a mountainside, and you can see the abundance all around her, right? There's a lot of green, lush growth. There's a lot growing on the vines there. There's fresh fruit all around her and flowers. So effectively, this is all about abundance. She is attracting abundance to her. So what can you do? What can you do with your life is probably look around and appreciate what you have. Once you identify key things that you appreciate, you'll attract more of it. So focus on the abundant things around you. Focus on what is going particularly well for you, what has come easily for you. If you have ample resources in terms of money and other things, by all means, acknowledge that and give thanks for that, because the more you understand and you appreciate what you have, the more you'll see those things come in. So if you take a moment to appreciate the money that you have and appreciate the job that pays you the salary, that allows you to live a good lifestyle, do all the things that you like to do and enjoy all the things that you like to enjoy, expressing gratitude for that, you may see more money come towards you, because inherently like attracts like. So if you can kind of give thanks for that, you'll start seeing that. But not even just that. Think about the people in your life. Think about, it could be also taking time to, think about, where do you live? Do you live in a particularly nice area or near the beach or in the mountains? Or give thanks to the particular area and the space in which you live. The more you express gratitude. If you listen to Abraham Hicks, she talks about rampages of appreciation. And that can just simply be kind of looking around. You just kind of start, you take some time out to kind of center your thoughts, quiet your mind a little bit, and you look around and you start thinking about and looking and acknowledging everything around you and expressing thanks. Or, that I really enjoy the way the sunlight shines in through these particular windows. Something like that. It can be very simple. It doesn't have to be a thing per se. It could just be, I appreciate the daylight. I appreciate the longer days. I appreciate the sun that filters in through my windows. I appreciate the plants that have done so well, my potted plants that are doing so well in my office window. That kind of thing. So what are you particularly good at? This is a tricky one, right? So the Three of Swords. What are you particularly good at? You're good at breaking hearts. This frankly could be is that you're good at handling difficult situations and pain. And maybe it's rather than sulking and kind of whittling away in your thoughts, even though this isn't reversed. Now, if this was reversed, I would say the swords are falling away. And maybe I should have said, let's include reverse, because I think this was in fact reversed, and then I turned it upright. But when I think of this, like, what are you good at? It could also be, I just got this flash that just said, you're good at not taking things personally. That's a good quality to have, because if you're not taking things personally, most things are not personally intended anyways. So if you can actually not take it personally, you're going to be better off for it. So I think that's good. That just makes you capable of going out, taking a risk without necessarily being really hurt and getting down, stuck in the mud, and then starting to vibrate at a lower vibration, a lower frequency for a long period of time because your feelings are hurt. As for what you can do to make a difference, 8 of Pentacles. Find what you're good at, right? And then besides not taking things personally, what do you enjoy doing? Immerse yourself in that. Focus on something that you enjoy, something that needs to get done. Sit down, give it the attention that it needs or that it requires, and just get to it. Just take action, just get your hands in it. So what can I do to make a difference? This could be, and this could also be like helping. I just got this idea of almost like tutoring somebody or helping somebody that's having a difficult time and learning something. So if you've got somebody that's younger in your life, whether it be a child, a niece, nephew, grandchild, cousin, family friend, whatever, there might be an opportunity to make a difference by helping them. And what this could also be, that could also spin out further, right? If there's something that you can teach other people to do that you do particularly well, perhaps it's like an opportunity to create a course, something along those lines. What do you do well? What is a good first step? The good first step is to take the idea and just run with it. You've got a new idea, a fresh idea, a new perspective. You've gotten some clarity. I mean, this could be also get clarity. Your first step is get clear. Get clear on what you should do with your life. You've got all this abundance around you, but you don't know what you want to do with your life. Get clear on this. Get clear and take that first step. And I think that's really what it's all about, right? Is that even with just generally with the law of attraction, the more clarity you can have, the better off you're going to be, right? And we need to be very clear and concise and into what it is specifically that we want. So let's pull a clarification card for each. I will use this Pry Tarot deck. I got this in a little store outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and very unique in the sense that it's got a whole bunch of all of the graphics were done by one particular artist. With ties to LGBT-related initiatives and that sort of thing. So they do look quite different from the Robin Wood deck and certainly from the Rider-Waite deck, but they're very interesting. So I'll share those here with you. And let's see if I can shuffle them. I haven't used these in a while, so they seem a little stiff. And we'll pull one card just to see if we can kind of clarify. So what is it that I should do with my life? What is it that I should do with my life? Okay, so I got the King of Pentacles. So again, similar to the Queen. Similar with the Queen, I mean, this is somebody who has abundant resources. This is someone who's particularly attractive and manifests everything that they need and they want. This is somebody who has the capability and the ability and actually does make a lot of money. And they do so through various channels and they attract a lot of abundance to them. So what should you do in your life? Find what you do well, attract it. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with these two cards here. But it's interesting to see, like, look at this King of Pentacles. It's almost like he has it's almost like he's got like a tree of life on top of his head, if you can kind of see that. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, the King and the Queen. What should you do with your life? I think this is saying you can really do anything you want to. If you want, you can attract anything that you want. You can attract the financial resources and abundance that you're looking for if you put it out there into the universe and you remain unrestricted. You're not rejecting it. You're not resisting it. As far as what am I good at doing and kind of let's see if we can get some clarity on this Three of Swords. Okay, I got the Five of Wands. So this is conflict. Five of Wands is change and conflict. So maybe that's what this is that it's not necessarily heartache and pain or being stabbed in the heart or anything significant like that. It's really just like, what do you do particularly well? What are you good at doing? And this isn't like necessarily like I'm good at like making muffins. This is You are good at managing change and stressful situations and difficult situations. You're good at that. You don't take them personally. You're able to understand the situation and you move on. You don't hold on to it. You don't hold it, in your space, and it's not kind of like dragging you down, holding you back. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. And I think actually the Five of Wands, pulling that definitely helped clarify from my point of view. Okay. Because I think fives in particular, Five of Wands, I always think of like a change, a big change. And so a good change, but also conflict. So they kind of relates thematically, they relate. And I'm given the fact that the question is, what do you do well? I'm thinking that you handle change particularly well. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people shut it down. So what can you do to make a difference? Eight of Cups. So this could be, okay, so Eight of Cups is typically like leaving something behind, moving on. Maybe this is, maybe this is a bit of tough love for somebody too. Like maybe this is like, you've been kind of holding their hand and kind of nurturing for too long. You need to step away and walk away and kind of leave this. So what you need to do to make a difference is maybe let's set somebody free. Don't no longer hold them or be responsible for them, because they could be kind of like, it could be preventing them from growing and developing is kind of what I'm feeling. So what's a good first step? Tell us more about this Ace of Swords, which I think is a great card to have. Tell us more about the Ace of Swords. Tell us more about the Ace of Swords. Ten of Cups. Okay, so what's the good first step? Taking the first step and finding the clarity, getting the idea. When you get the idea, run with it. Take the step. I think that's inherently what we're talking about here, right? Is taking the first step on that idea is going to bring you tremendous happiness. That's what I'm hearing from this. Taking the first step is going to bring a ton of happiness. Hear that. So I think this is really good. This is very exciting. Again, I think, what should you do with your life? And then what's the good first step is great. I still keep coming back to this one. This is the one I'm a little fuzzy on. I get some mixed messages and feelings on. So this could be like you're holding on to somebody too tight, but it could also be a scenario where somebody feels like you've walked away and you've left them to fend for themselves and they're not adequately prepared for that. And they need some help and assistance and they feel like everybody's abandoned them. So I told you two completely different things there. Actually, let's pull one more card for this. Let's see if we can get some clarity on the Eight of Cups and, I just realized they're both eights, and the Eights of Pentacles. Okay, so eights are like you're getting close to the end, but you're not quite there. Eights. Okay, so tell us more about the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. I got the Eight of Wands. So now I have 3 eights together. Wow, this has never happened before. So the Eight of Wands, in the traditional tarot deck, this is often reflected as wands shooting through space. And so what's clear there is speed, the speed at which something is happening. Whereas this one here, it's still reflected as that, but I think Eight of Wands is typically the Eight of Wands in the typical tarot deck is more about movement, but also messages coming in. So this one is less about the movement, about the speed. This one, the illustrator chose to really kind of focus on the actual communication itself. So here we have. This is interesting. They're all eights. The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. What can you do to make a difference? And this could just be very plain and simple. Reaching out to people who might need you, reaching out to somebody who, feels like they've been abandoned, maybe not by you, maybe somebody. So these I understand very well, and I view these to be very thematic. But I think what could bring you great happiness is maybe helping the less fortunate, helping somebody who needs your help, and kind of like whose life can you change and enhance by providing them with this guidance and assistance that they might very well need quite a bit in their life. Particularly with the Eight of Wands, just because I'm really kind of seeing that message, like send a message to somebody who feels like they've been abandoned and really it's just, plugging away on their own. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. Hopefully this gives you a good sense as to, what you should do with your life, what you're good at, what your first step is. I mean, that doesn't get much better than that, does it? So it's going to bring you tremendous happiness, whatever it is. And they may not be all the same things, as I said. This how can I make a difference could be very different from, what should I do with my life and what's my first step. So with that, thank you for being here. Happy hump day and enjoy the rest of the week.